So I've been watching your pond clips for a while now, and it's one of the highlights of my online experience. If I'm honest, I love it when I go onto Twitter, and then there is just this magical world that you're showcasing, whether it's newts, whether it's marsh frogs, or whatever. And particularly in recent times, it's nice to lift people up a little bit with stuff like that. So, what made you want to showcase your pond? I know you've been doing it for a while, but particularly recently, I guess you've got more time on your hands. But you're showing a lot, and people seem to really respond to it.
Yeah, all just by accident, really, and just how things develop. I suppose in my day job, I recruit chairs and chief execs. I run a executive search firm, and quite a few years back, I was recruiting the chief exec for the RSPB, and they were running the campaign "Give Nature a Home," and it was all kind of moving beyond birds and this bit about, wildlife and what have you. At the same time I was doing that, we found a frog in the garden, heavily gravid, in a small shallow tray of water. And so the combination of, and the kids had stopped using the trampoline. So there was this whole kind of corner of a space. So I guess I started with the kids digging out a pond and thinking, this is quite entertaining. But it was happenstance that we ended up down in Canterbury. We were camping, and there was a massive frog pond there, frog and newt pond. And the proprietor, we were walking around once, and we stumbled on these marsh frogs. And as you know, the sound is just incredible. And we were there at night time, and we measured, and it was 110 decibels.
It's like being in the jungle, isn't it?
Well, absolutely, just incredible. And I'm told that's near a helicopter landing or a chainsaw kind of thing. Incredible sound. And I think before I knew the rules about moving stuff around, basil and various other kind of problems, the proprietor said, well, why don't you just, take a few for your pond? And so I spent the kind of weekend, and I enlisted all the children on the campsite. So, and I'd kind of give them rewards if they found beautiful little F's and some marsh frog and whatever. So anyway, and that's what happened. So I was just looking on YouTube one day, and there was this. I was mesmerised by somebody had posted a picture of a group of smooth newts in a jar to music, and I thought, what a weird, wonderful thing. I was, genuinely kind of perplexed by it, or mesmerised by it. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to do a little video and see what happens, and just post it. And things went on from there. I suppose it was one weekend. It was Black Friday weekend. I posted one video that I think one of my first ones on Facebook, and it kind of just went viral. I'm not sure what viral is these days, but it was about 500,000 kind of views and shares, or whatever it was.
I think that's pretty good going, David, to be fair.
It was bonkers, because I spent all weekend just reading all these comments from people around the world. And there's for me, there's something interesting about, I think, newts and frogs and toads and ponds are almost a reminiscent of our childhood, when maybe calls back to a simpler time, a more innocent time of exploration and what have you. And we started connecting. So I thought, well, do you know what? I won't do the professional Twitter account for my work. I'll create something, Urban Ponds 101, and then I started following people like yourself and all the other kind of experts in this field, and things led one thing to another.